Hit me with that spectator color, boys.
Yeah.
All right. So before we jump into it proper, for all the YouTube frogs at home, tell me what's going on inside of this matchup, Chris. What does Sheeva want to do?
So Sheeva's an interesting character, right? She's got 3 abilities, right? One of them, every Sheeva I've ever played against has forgotten to use the response at least once.
We'll count.
Just like King F, you know.
We'll see that today too.
But stuffing 3 cards at the beginning of your turn is crazy. That's 3 effective speed on all of your cards, and because of all the support that some of those symbols have with card pull shenanigans, you can do some really, really neat things. And like, even if you don't want to do that stuff, if you're like, nah, I just want to play an evil deck with really big attacks, you can just use her face, because her face already just, oh my god, it's so gross. It's 4-hand size abilities, right? You discard a card and you say that one's going to clog your pool next turn, buddy. So
yeah.
Defensively, you can make them have +1 progressive next turn, or offensively, you can clog 1 extra card. If you're just like, you can't do 40, I'll discard this card from my hand, because that's not limited to your attack like the other one, which is to yeet 1 from their card pool and draw a card, or give your attack 4 damage. So she has that 4 damage thing like Goro does. And she certainly
because of her hands.
Yeah, she certainly shares all with him. So you can do the because of her hands. Yeah, 4 hand size, 40 health.
Oh,
Is that form on Out of Your League? Oh no,
no, that's a response.
Oh, he canceled the response on Sheeva.
You can't touch my card pool.
He said no, thank you.
Smokes.
Oh my god, this is the spiciest matchup I've ever seen already.
Okay, and then conversely, what does Ken want to do, Kevin?
So Ken is a very explosive offensive deck. So he's going to be, this deck especially is really trying to fly off the rails at the first opportunity. It's playing an incredible mix of, a very volatile mix of a high number of attacks, a high number of action cards, and then a high number of, a proportionally small number of foundations. And it's going to be throwing cards into its card pool. Those cards are going to replace cards in his hand. He's going to draw 2 more cards with Ken, and then he's just going to go completely wild.
Ooh,
on his
an
attack turn,
card already.
And this might slow him down here if Sheeva is going to be this will slow him down a little bit if Sheeva's going to be locking up this spirit technique into his card pool, because this is a multi-symbol deck.
What does that mean in relation to the game?
Yeah, so in UFS, each card has 3 resource symbols, including your character. And if you want to play a card, you have to have what we call a chain in your with the cards you have previously that you have already kind of activated this turn in your card pool, right? You can kind of think of this as like you're doing like a string in a fighting game, like you're doing a punch, uppercut, whatever. And all of those have to be kind of aligned on the same resource symbol. And so for decks like this Ken deck, it is kind of stretching the limits of what is sometimes possible with this, where it is actually playing cards. He has 3 resource symbol. Some of them will only have the void symbol, for instance, like the superior technique actually has void and all. But then the attack after it has void and fire. So right now, he's only allowed to play cards from his hand if they have that void, that dark circle symbol.
And then if you, oh my goodness,
No problem.
the reversal, it's a
Check a 5.
If you look at all the cards, even better. He's a better player. He checks the 6.
He's so good at this game.
Easy.
If you look at his staging area, he has no cards with the void symbol. So the likelihood that he's actually able to make this string happen of superior technique into rapid speed slash into Shira Ryukan is such expertly building on his deck. This shows you that Mario has played this deck, I think, 5 retro events in a row, and he has come here to win this whole event.
Yeah, I really love this deck because it's a great example of, for me, one of my principles of multi-symbol deck building is that you basically you have 2 components of your deck. You have the attack turn and you have the build turn, and those components have to agree with each other. His foundations are all going to have fire, and his offense, his attack package, if it's going to stay on the card pool for more than 3 seconds, it's going to have void because it needs to chain with superior technique. And we see these attacks all have void. We see the sprintings all have void.
Is Sheeva playable committed?
Sheeva's ready.
Oh, not on my screen. That's weird.
Yeah, Sheeva's definitely ready. And we are stacking
I'm just got a visual bug.
God, yeah.
Stacking a card in order to get more damage.
Yeah, I love the Sheeva action here. So Sheeva is managing all kinds of resources. She's throwing her tiny hand size is getting chewed up. She's just eviscerating it to lock down Mario's card pool. She's not going to get very much of a turn on her turn 2, but she's saying, "Hey Mario, listen, you don't get a turn 2 either.
Correct.
You're 2 cards in your card pool. You can't kill me with 2 cards in your card pool. That's one more difficulty for each card to progressive difficulty for your whole life, this whole turn." And she's just saying, "Listen, this challenge you're not gonna be able to meet it. We're gonna drag this game out because you can't possibly count to 40 with 2 progressive difficulty."
With that said, Ken does have a bit of an answer with Latch Ditch Gamble inside of his staging area. Form destroyed. Discard a card from your card pool. Draw a card. That might be enough if Ken draws hot enough.
Quite possibly.
Just having the 1, he could last ditch gamble. Ready? This is gonna be insane. He could last ditch gamble, get rid of the superior technique, play a superior technique, get rid of the Shin Ryukan, and have a clear card pool and have drawn 3 cards off of it.
Clear card pool, effectively a 9 hand size for the turn, or no, 9? No, 9 hand size for the turn.
Not
clear card pool. 3 foundations.
He's doing it. He's beginning to believe. Oh yes.
So Sheeva's got exactly 1 action. She can cancel the ready effect of either Hidden Laughter or Azure Nightmare, and after that, it's Ken playing Goldfish with himself, trying to count to 31 rather. And it looks like this might not go his way.
That's okay. Well, he's still Ken. He can definitely put the numbers down, you know?
If he crits on everything, he could easily find it, right? Because you have to imagine the next card that's about to happen is also an Exploding Flame Roar, which builds as well as grabs this damage to just continue the combo even more.
Yeah, that is definitely a card he would love to find here. So he's going to mill. I think you can't get Ken damage on this because Ken only pumps attacks if they're big, right?
Correct. If they have 4 difficulty or more.
Right.
Yes,
and this card is there exclusively just to snag the momentum.
Yeah, this is a very neat technical choice for this deck. That it's got the resource symbol, it's got fire and void, so it can kind of bridge the gap between them. A lot of this deck does that. Shirayu can we see rapid speed slash the little Hiei attack. I'm really excited to see how this turns out. And then there's Damnation, doing the one little thing it can do, trading off for 1 foundation.
One of my absolute favorite cards in the game, if we're being honest. 2/5 non-block. Who doesn't want that in their deck?
It's a flexible card. I'll give it that.
Big shout outs to Scott Sunman in the chat right now.
So 2 progressive, 3 up. You really don't want to commit Ken here, but we're coming in with a Shirayu Ken. Big control check here.
Ooh.
Ouch.
This is a decision here because he checked a 3, needing a 6, so he has the option to pass or fail this. But if he passes, he commits his character, which essentially says that I'm done playing the game.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult to judge what it's incredibly difficult to predict what he might choose to do here because it's entirely possible he could keep going and try to push for something insane here. Right?
Yeah,
like he has a hidden after he could ready. He could guarantee play a Exploding Flame Roar after this and build 2 more foundations out of it.
Yeah, the way he would do that would be to... He's going for it. I'm into it.
Show me the Flame Roar, baby. Show me the Flame Roar.
That would be a very cool play. Would be stack a 6 on top with the Shin Ryukan and then discard the momentum that he snagged earlier with the Kyokuki? Sure. In order to ready the Hidden Laughter and then exactly pass it.
The Ninja Poke. Let's call it the Ninja Poke.
I'm down for Ninja Poke.
The bigger problem I'm seeing here is that even if he's the Flame Roar is not going to kill the Sheeva, right? Unless he has another out of your league. I can't see him living through double greatest combatant, champion of combat Sheeva, unless she just gets absolutely forehand sized.
Yeah, she even if he misses the kill here, if he leaves Sheeva at 2, right? Mm-hmm. That might be his best chance because then he's almost certainly going to finish the game off.
I think we just enhanced on Ken while he was committed.
Ooh.
Oh. Which is
oops. Can't do that.
A bad break.
That's a no-no.
But But yeah, so I mean, I was gonna say that Sheeva sees 4 cards, and there's a lot of combinations of 4 cards that don't have any orange in them, or they have one piece of orange in them that is not 18 damage by itself, right? Like these, like the
one.
Yeah, I don't know what attacks are in the Sheeva's deck, but maybe there are attacks like Ninja Poke here that are kind of intermediate filler to set up the real big guns.
We've already seen a hand cannon come in, or excuse me, single barrel.
Yeah.
I bet we have a judge.
Yeah, we're getting a little pause.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna do a little bit of a rewind, a little bit of a shuffle, and
yeah, looking at extra cards in Tabletop Simulator is much less painful than in real life because it is very trivial to just put them back on the deck and then have it be exactly as randomized as it was before.
Yeah, not the end of the world. It's all good.
Correct.
So one of the interesting things here is that the Sheeva sacrificed the Diamond Crusher. So it looks like Nick was gonna go for the gold, but the out of your league prevented that. So already, totally interactable character. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, we're
as
seeing
long as you play 4 out of your league.
We're seeing the incredibly spicy ranges of counterplay. I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff in this deck that could fight back against. I mean, this deck has an incredible density of blue cards, which can do surprising things. Oh, time to end you. Oh no! You gotta ready your hit laughter, man. No.
Yeah, but he wants that for the flame roar, unless he doesn't have that. I don't know. I don't know. We can't.
Well, that card builds itself down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, would have replaced it anyway. You're right.
And so if he has a flame roar in his hand, it'll deal 12, right? It'll deal 12 and build 2.
He says it's fine.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so this is dealing 6. That could have dealt 6 more to drop Sheeva to 16. He only had to find 4 more damage after that, and the hypothetical flame roar that he has. And he'd have 4 ready foundations after all that. He'd be a favorite at that point, I think. I think he'd be a favorite to win.
Yeah.
So he would have dealt what? So it would have had a total of 9 extra damage, would have been 12. The next one comes for 12. And put the Sheeva at 10? Is my math wrong? No, it puts the Sheeva.
I had it with double +3s. There's the flame roar. Yeah.
Wow. We're too good, guys.
Still gonna deal 12 damage. This flame roar's gonna deal 12 damage and build 2 foundations, take 2 progressive away.
Yeah, dang. That's very sad. If he has, if he has another flame roar, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, still, yeah,
true.
He's still getting.
He needs a little bit more beef. That's all. And he's He's basically checking against the difficulty of whatever card he has because he'll have 2 progressive, deal 2 ready foundations, trades off. If he has a 3 diff, it'll be guaranteed, but it won't deal very much. If he has a 4 diff,
what a deliciously busted card. You'll love to see it.
Exploding Flame Roar?
Yeah, I love that card, dude.
It is an absolute riot to play this card. It feels so good. But conversely, if you just have it all by its lonesome, it just kind of doesn't do anything.
Oh, there was not a second one. I was hoping, dude. He's gonna keep.
This is okay. I think if we are kin, I actually feel like if the 2 cards in our hands are foundations, I would have probably built that last one out in order to try and hopefully block one thing.
I hope
you get one block
out of your league and a mid block. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's what it's gotta be.
Oh no, out of your league.
It appears not.
He could have Revoke. He could have Taguro Brothers. He could have a lot of stuff here to play the game against Sheeva. Diamond Crusher will
that does
present
18.
lethal.
That sure does 18, my boy.
It does 18, gets 3 extra speed, and gets 3 more speed off of
4.
The Champion of Combat.
4. Those are face downs that go to your card pool.
Oh, that does 22.
This is a little bit of damage, huh?
So if he has Revoke, he cancels the damage bonus. He lets the Champion of Combat go through, and he tanks it to the face. Goes to 8.
We have 2 options here. Oh. We have Revoke, or we have Flame Aura, or Deliverance. Those are our 3 options that we could possibly have.
Oh, but he's readying all the things, so he's trying to play up hard.
That smells like weakness.
Revoke on a 4. That's a lot of damage.
I think he's going to be dead here. I think we're going through the motions, and he's got a thoroughly unpassable block because he's effectively adding 14 to his block modifier to play the card. That is
right.
Incredibly impossible.
We did get rid of the hidden laughter though, which is pretty cool.
Very true. Very true. Oh,
we just got
a lock card in the circle.
The hidden technology. I've not thought about Retro Sheeva even a little bit. Balance Fighter and her seems sick.
Yeah, that's like very yeah. Okay, this is on a 20. You need to check a raw 20 here or something.
I am. My
raw
fuse 17 is quite short as well.
So he needs to film a the card on top of his deck has to have the number 14 in the bottom right corner, but those numbers only go to 6. So.
All right, so game 1 goes to Sheeva. She went first.
Hold serve. Yep.
Do you think Ken's gonna squeak this next one out?
I think Ken is the favorite in this game. I think he wasn't far away that game, and I think that game looked competitive. That game was competitive. It was very volatile, but it was competitive. It could have gone Ken's way. He was not that far away from having a safe win, despite going second, despite Sheeva interfering with him quite substantially. And now Ken's gonna have this tempo advantage. He's gonna have a lot more leeway to have his resources. He's gonna be much further ahead on resources. And we'll see what he can do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Sheeva games are going to be really swingy in general, just on the basis of it being forehand size. The all single might be able to draw a bit more between like breakfast and nutcrackers and all that jazz. But I think that we'll see throughout the tournament a lot of
So he just built 2 off of a mulligan, so that's rough.
Yeah.
But if he only had 2 foundations, that means he has 5 orange and blue cards.
Right.
Oh, we forgot Sheeva. Or we either forgot it, or we didn't, or we just didn't follow the instruction when it got called, or
maybe we just didn't see it get added to pool. No, it just didn't get added to pool.
Yeah,
Weird.
It didn't happen for me either. No review either. He says I'm gonna kill you.
He says I've got a bunch of time to end use. I've got a bunch of superior techniques. I've got a bunch of partying to do.
Oh boy, dude.
Get active. And I just want to say too, like he only built 2, but these are 2 of the best cards you could ask for here.
Absolutely.
What? Oh, he checked 3. Okay, yeah. Improved design is an incredibly outrageously effective lever to pry open a game in a character like Ken. He wants to attack like 5 times in a turn, and he always has extra cards in his hand. And if he attacks 5 times, the first time it gets +1, then +2, then +3, then +4, then +5. That's 15 damage for no investment, but ephemeral things in your hand you weren't going to use anyway. 1 card, 15 damage, no cost. Kind of insane. Kind of good.
Kind of for sure.
Slightly favorable to your chances of winning, but we'll see how this turns out. He has not been checking great so far.
Chris, how far do you push on this turn?
I mean, if you were me, I'm a little wee baby. I know I'm gonna check out 3 on every attack, but what? Yeah, if you're in for a Betty, I think you're in for a pound, and he has to keep going. You know, that's how I feel about that.
With Sheeva having both caught red-handed, which is going to stop one of these superior techniques happening, as well as Search for Salvations, meaning that if we have a Kurobushi kick coming in or an Exploding Flame War, it's doing 3 to 6 damage, depending.
Right, but if you can get either one of those out, Sheeva with 1 foundation, right, is I mean, debuilding either one of those cards is a win in my book. Even if you're going to have +1 progressive. Oh, no, you still get rid of the card from your card pool. It's just you're chaining void after that point. So I think Mario will be smart enough not to go for the gold. Oh, I mean, so this happens in Ken decks, right? This is kind of like the Hellfire Impalement decks that are just like, oh man, I can't believe I checked the 1. Well, you're the one who put 33 checks into that deck, brother.
Well, hey, man, this is feeling personal, to be honest.
This deck, I think it's only 1/3 threes.
You think?
Or only roughly 1/3.
I don't have the
deck list
because it has so many blue cards. It's got. I mean, that's the. It's like. I mean, Arnold Palmer is like half iced tea, half lemonade. This is like a really stiff Arnold Palmer cocktail where it's 1/3 lemonade, 1/3 iced tea, 1/3 straight liquor, 1/3 bourbon or whatever. Whatever your choice is, you know.
It's a lot of thirds,
So
if we're being honest.
He's got 24 attacks. And wow, this action
24 attacks.
is crazy.
Yeah, 17 blue cards and then 20 something foundations. Yeah, so a majority of this deck is 5 checks in 4 checks.
He did out of your league the Sheeva, so that happened again.
Oh yeah, he just failed the Sheeva you can.
Yeah, he opted to fail. I think he's gonna try to block, maybe block reversal. That would be cool. But it's not looking great for him.
Hidden laughter blocks. Yes.
Fails.
I don't understand what's happening with our card pools.
Well, he outed your league to the Sheeva.
Oh yeah.
And then the Sheeva built 2 played Phantom Driver.
Oh, Phantom Driver counts to your own card pool? No, that should have 6 difficulty throw.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just yeeting it. Maybe try not to get yin and yanked or something like that. I don't know.
So Wearlight is a surprisingly ineffective tool here.
Mm-hmm.
All Ken has to do is not play the enhance on improved design until he's ready to pass his turn or pass his enhanced step, and that's the only target he can choose. And so he'll just say, "Oh yeah, I'll do that now." Actually, double Wearlight does let you end the enhanced step after that because you'll force him to play the improved design and say, "Hey, do that again," and you're not allowed to, so he has to pass.
Yeah, I think that Mario is feeling the pressure a little bit here.
Yeah.
Attacking this brazenly on 2 foundations is somebody who's trying to get in the game, and Nick is sitting on some very well, the double Wearlight isn't great into this board state, but cut red-handed plus the Sheeva, or what's this card called, Search for Salvation, are 2 very strong tools against this deck specifically.
Yeah, and the fact that Ken didn't build anything last turn, like I feel like this is just Mario being greedy, right? Like we lost game 1, we have to play a more consistent game than this.
Yeah, so Mario played the improved design a little early and allowed Nick to Wearlight this attack.
Yeah. Yes, he missed a couple enhances here then, because I know he got damage. I don't know if he looked for a draw, and I don't think he didn't do Kurabushi's own enhance to get a bunch more damage too.
Yeah, unfortunate, but sometimes that happens. I was expecting a double Wearlight to end an enhanced step later on, but
yeah. And now he's backing off. This is a good card.
Yeah, that
is
card,
a great card.
Says I don't take 24 from another diamond. Well,
yes, on non-keyword abilities. Yeah, that's very good. Possibly sideboarded.
Could be.
Interesting.
That's the kind of card you do see that kind of card in sideboards a lot, where you'll say, "Well, listen, I'm going to play my game in round 1. I'm going to be trying to kind of just get the job done and focus and plan A, and then after sideboards, we're gonna slow it down and bring the technology to shut down your stuff, because I know that you're gonna have your own technology to shut down my stuff."
For sure, especially with how potent
you've got it, right? Like, you've got to use the evil imposter on this.
The Diamond Crusher is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or you either use it now, or so this is actually a great example. This is a really good principle to pick up on. If your opponent, if you have a choice, right, and if you can either choose to take something away from your opponent or let them have it, but if you let them have it, they have the option then to take away your thing. You should always just do it, because improved design, evil imposter there would either be committed or removed here. And by removing it, he takes away the damage pump of the attack. And he also takes away the option for Sheeva to choose something else in his staging area. In this case, he would choose an evil imposter for sure, but
why is that getting committed?
Why is that getting committed?
It lost its abilities, right?
That's a non-keyword ability, yeah.
Yeah, does somebody want to jump out?
Sure.
But
Chris, what's the over/under? Ken dies this turn.
I don't know. I think that if Nick struggles for a draw, you know, he might if he pushes a card out of the card pool to draw a card, then I think that he's going to be grasping. But if he doesn't do that, if he doesn't telegraph that he doesn't have any attacks in his hand, then I think just about anything kills him. This is going to deal 9. If he has another throw or just anything fast enough to kill, the Ken would do that last bit of damage. Oh, he's giving it more damage.
We're kicking for damage. Yep.
I forgot about that part. Forgot about that part. Yeah.
But we get to find a high block?
Oh, he's responding superior technique.
Oh, no. Yeah, I feel like this is just showing
the millionth 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Sometimes that happens, man. You just gotta roll with the punches.
Yep.
I think this spell's a dead Ken though. You know, he's trying to go grab. I can't get his discard pile, but he looks like he's trying to get a good block.
Yeah, if he had a +1 there, he couldn't have passed it anyway. So he needs something special.
Once again, kids, you're playing the fire symbol. You should be playing Flame Aura. This is the easiest Flame Aura block of my whole life. I would love to block this on a 3.
True. Yesterday when I was playing against the Sheeva, I was blocking with the new Ibuki card, Energy Charge, which ignores progressive difficulty and gives the attack -2 speed when you block
Feels
with
great.
it. Yeah, after you rezone a Diamond Crusher to mid with Brothers in Arts and then block with that, you feel powerful.
Brothers in Arts. Wowzers.
Super powerful. Hey, that card is good when you're running a bunch of 0 mid blocks. Noob.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Good point.
Oh, insult to injury.
Well,
that's game 2, guys. That's game 2.
Yep.
All right. Well, congratulations to Nick for winning this one, Mario. Good luck on the rest of it. Let's head back to our main screen.